What's up, players and playettes? It's lunchtime and I overslept, so I said, let me do a little lunch rambling. So let me take my gate belt off, my sweet Ninja Turtles gate belt with my name embroidered in it. My sister gave me this for my birthday a couple years ago. Alright, let's see. Got some peas with butter, salt, pepper, and a kielbasa with peppers and onions on a bun. I'm about to tear it up. Totally random, I just get it. Sometimes I get in a hurry. I overslept this morning. I didn't get a chance to record a workout. When I overslept, I got up, I did a fast-ass, half-ass workout. And then I make oatmeal. While I'm making my oatmeal, I make my son's sandwich, his ham sandwich, as lunch for the day. As I'm making it, I realize I'm out of ham. I'm like, fuck. So then I had to go to the grocery store, come back. I'm in a hurry. Next thing I know, I forgot to put mustard on it. Damn it. I done made it, cut it in half, put it in a Ziploc bag. I'm like, shit, I had to take it out, take the damn bread out, put mustard back on it, put it back in there. It's just been a hell of a morning. It seems like I've been 2 steps behind ever since. But I'm gonna make do. I try not to smack when I eat. I see people making videos all the time, especially these mukbang videos, and they be all. That really aggravates me. I try not to be a smacker, eat with my mouth open and stuff like that. Even just without the camera on me. So with that said, I was in a hurry. I usually make a salad to go with my kielbasa. I didn't have no time. Just grab a can of peas, put it in a container, a slice of butter, threw it in there, and just rolled out. It's been real busy the past couple weeks, but at least I'm getting paid. It's been kind of tough. You remember when I made that video a while back about things going good around my birthday and getting that car fixed and stuff? That car lasted 4 damn days and it ended up messing up again. So now I'm on the hunt for a new car because that car, I know I'm going to have the engine replaced, and I'm looking at about at least $3,000 to $5,000 for a whole new engine block. And with that much money, I might as well just get a whole nother car. So I'm on the hunt. Shit you gotta do when you're an adult. And I bought that car cash when I saved up, when I lived at my mom's house years ago. It lasted a good 10 plus years. But now I'm gonna have to look at financing and all that other bullshit. I don't have credit because I usually just pay for my stuff. I don't like owing anybody. I don't like having a credit card. I don't use credit cards. So now it's coming back to bite me in the ass. But I'm looking online, making game plans. It's all going to work out. I'm just trying not to be stuck and stagnated. Oh, and to drink. My gallon of water, my half gallon. I drink 2 of these a day. I already drank 1. So usually I'll go to here, and then before I leave, and then I piss like, I don't know, 20 times a day. I didn't start eating peas until about a year ago. I used to hate peas by themselves. But then, I don't know, your taste buds change every 7 years, and they started looking good, so I threw some butter in there, and that's where it's at now. And just in case, I get it from my vegetable, but also that's got a decent amount of protein in it, so I can get me a little extra protein with it. This and edamames is my go-to if I don't have a high protein meat, because these can help, supplement. But other than the car situation, things are going pretty decent. The usual, lack of sleep, circadian rhythm jacked up. Oh yeah, you ever had coworkers when it's lunchtime? I don't know why they do this shit, but they blow their nose like at lunchtime when people are eating or trying to eat or are fixing their food. I'm like, dude, man, can you just take that shit to another room, go to the bathroom? Do you have to blow your nose at lunchtime in front of everybody? Ugh, that aggravates me. I used to work with a girl years ago. She sat right beside me. And I swear to God, every lunch, she would blow her nose right next to me. And I didn't say anything. I mean, I guess there's a nice way you can say it, but I mean, I just had a feeling that it would offend her. But I want to be like, can you fucking stop? That's disgusting. I must be hungry. These peas are good. People sleep on canned vegetables, but they're good for you. I mean, it's not. Of course, the best is fresh. Next best is frozen. But don't sleep on the can. Especially when you're on a budget. So I was going to talk about religion. And I guess you guys don't really know my belief systems, but I used to be, well, I'm a non-believer now. Been that way for several years now. I've been kind of like a closet atheist. But I'm not a dickhead atheist. I respect other people's beliefs. I understand why people believe their belief systems, I'm cool with Christianity. I'm cool with, Islam, the good principles of it, Yeah, I mean, just about every religion has the basic standard. Don't be an asshole. Treat everybody with respect. Love your family. Love each other like you would yourself. And that's awesome. Don't kill people, Don't steal. Don't screw around on your neighbor's wife, stuff like that. But I don't know, just over the years, like my mom is Catholic, my dad is Methodist, and I just never really got into it. I mean, I went to church and stuff, and down south, the Bible Belt. It's like, if you're not Southern Baptist, it's not right, especially down here. They don't play that shit. Yeah. I guess with my experiences growing up, I didn't have any really bad experiences with the church. I mean, it was all good. I don't know, just kind of grew out of it after a while. I ain't trying to offend anybody. These are just my opinions. What I say, take with a grain of salt. It's just how I feel. I got my brother, Nick Jenkins. He's preaching the word, and I love listening to him. I love listening to his word, speaking about Jesus and Christianity and stuff, and that's awesome. And, I would never try to diss whatever he says because he's spreading good stuff. And, what he's doing is translating straight from the word, from like the Hebrew to the Greek version, which is like the purest version, versus going down to the King James. My buddy used to call it the Shakespeare Bible. But yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah. No, I just never really felt it. And the funny thing is, my mother-in-law, she's an associate pastor. I don't think she knows my beliefs, but I've been to her church. It's really nice. What kills me though, whenever you go to a new church, they'll be like, any new members here? Raise your hand. Or sometimes they'll be like, any new members here? Raise your hand. And they'll say, oh, thank you or whatever. Or sometimes they'll be like, any new members here? Stand up. So you got to stand up and everybody looks at your ass. Or they'll be like, oh, any new members? Everybody come up here. All the new members, come up here so we can all look at your ass. And I'm very, very introverted. And when I first went to my mother-in-law's church, it was my first time there. And they were like, any new members? Anybody at all? And I'm just sitting there. I ain't say nothing. How about after church, a lady called me out and she was like, why didn't you raise your hand? I was like, hell no, I ain't gonna raise my hand. I'm sorry. I ain't having everybody stare at me. That gives me anxiety. I don't like that. Y'all ready for this kielbasa? What I do is I make it beforehand. I got an oven in my job. Put it in there, let it sit for a while. Oh yes. Loaded this bad boy up. I'm about to make a mess. Damn it. It's probably going to tear apart, but it's all good. But no, after a while, I used to pray every day. I used to pray a couple times a day. And, just like anything else, 50-50. Sometimes the prayers work, sometimes the prayers don't. Not saying prayer doesn't work. I just, that's how I feel. I'm all about putting good vibes out in the air. Whether that be prayer, thinking about somebody, whatever. Meditation, if you will. So, when somebody's going through some hard times, I try to be there for my friend or family or whatever. It might not be the spiritual way, but And it's like I went from like religion to spiritual to, I'm just whatever now. But I try to take the principles. I took a world's religion class in college. And back then I was Christian, I guess. And I don't know. I kind of do like Bruce Lee and Jeet Kune Do, where Bruce Lee took different martial arts. He took, what was it? He took Wing Chun and different other ones. And he took all the unnecessary movements out of it to create his own. That's kind of like what I did. I'm not necessarily... I don't believe in a straight deity. No God. I don't believe in no God. I don't believe in no hell. I don't believe in no devil. I just believe in humanity. So, but I do take the principles from each religion. So, like try to treat your neighbor good, treat your family good, try to be a good person. It's just, I don't do the whole supernatural stuff. And it's not for me. And sometimes, it's not for everybody. And if it's for you, that's awesome. And, I'll never play a hate on you believing what you believe, That's a good thing about being in America. You have your own religious freedom. This thing is damn good. Yeah, but I don't know. It's kind of like I don't know about nobody really knows about what happens after you die. You can believe, but you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really knows. That's why you have to have faith. And I guess I don't have faith. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm unsure. It kind of freaks me out sometimes. I stay up at night freaking out about what's going to happen after I die. Who's going to take care of my son? Stuff like that. But like... not having any consciousness after you die. That freaks me the hell out. Like dying and lights off, that's it. No more consciousness. You won't exist anymore. That freaks me out sometimes. And I guess a part of me kind of wishes I did believe that there was an afterlife, that, everything would be fine and I'll be happy and I won't have to worry about suffering and stuff anymore. Technically I won't because I'll be dead, but you know what I mean. Like I'll be taking care of things. There'll be more to this after this life. But unfortunately, you don't really know. And I haven't been jaded or anything. I haven't been abused by the church people. I mean, there's assholes wherever you go, no matter what they believe. There's going to be some nice people. There's going to be some average people. There's going to be some dickheads. You just got to deal with them. I try to be cool. I try not to hold grudges. Try not to is the key word. I mean, I'll be as nice as can be to somebody, but if they cross me or piss me off, I will hold a slight grudge. And I got to do better with that. But it's hard to turn the other cheek sometimes. I'm not saying I should fight, and I ain't going to mess around and fight somebody, but I will avoid somebody. I will talk shit in my head. So, I mean, it kind of sucks being in the Bible Belt because, you know, it takes a lot of balls to believe what you believe. To me, in America, it takes more balls to not believe in the whole religion thing than it does to believe. I mean, yes, the pilgrims came down here to escape religious freedom because it was all Catholicism back then, and now you have different denominations and stuff, and that's awesome. But I mean, our founding fathers, technically, they weren't really religious at all. But people don't, you know. It's all these little different nitpicky things you could say, you know, like the founding fathers, they weren't really religious. The national anthem, not the national anthem, but the Pledge of Allegiance, under God wasn't in the Pledge of Allegiance. They actually changed it. I want to say in the 1950s, that's when they started to add under God, indivisible with liberty and justice for all. I forgot which president that was, but I'm not a good history buff. I know Nick Jenkins would know. Well, don't get me wrong, religion has done great things. Fantastic things. They help homeless people. They donate to different charities. They give food to the poor. And I'm grateful for all that stuff. They do a lot of helpful stuff, especially local churches. Local churches, there's one near my house. They have fresh produce every Tuesday for people just to come and get. And, you couldn't ask for anything better than that. Especially when you struggle to make ends meet. But it kind of sucks when you don't really believe that stuff and you don't really have anybody to talk to that shares your views. I mean, just about 90% of people down here in the South especially, they don't, they're usually pretty religious. So, I mean, when they say God and stuff, and I don't believe them, I'm cool, I respect them. I never say I don't, unless I'm asked, I don't put my beliefs out there. But I just want to give you guys my perspective, what I'm saying might not be true to y'all, but this is my truth. This is how I feel. It's just my opinion. It's not a fact. It's just religion ain't for me. Like I said, I used to pray every day, several times a day. I'd pray for my grandparents who passed away. I'd say, tell my grandparents I missed them and I loved them and stuff. And then one day I was like, you know what? With all the shit going on in the world, I mean, I know God doesn't work the way people think he does. You don't pray to God. He's not a genie. You don't pray to God like, hey, give me this and he'll give you that. That's not how God works. In the biblical sense, in the religious text, he does what he wants to do. I mean, you can pray and ask, but I mean, it's 50-50. But I just got to where I was like, you know what? I'm not going to pray. Let's just see what happens. And I don't pray. So I stopped praying for a while, and same average is about 50-50. You know, things good happen, things bad happen. But then I just look at it more of I want to say logical sense, but in a different pair of eyes versus, you know, somebody will be like, oh, somebody's trying to explain to me what made them believe their anecdote. They were like, oh, I fell out of a building, but then I felt something push me into a pool, so I didn't hit the concrete. So that had to be God. And I got into a slight debate because she was telling me that's the reason God does exist, because that happened to her. And I was like, well, okay, well, that's cool, but could it be that you just fell and you just happened to fall into the pool and that you just got lucky and you missed the concrete? But she wasn't taking that for an answer. So I didn't want to say what she was saying was bullshit. I just wanted to let her know there's might be a different thing that happened. The mind is a powerful thing. And if you really believe something, sometimes, you can't usually change anybody's belief. I wouldn't want to change anybody's belief. You believe what you want to believe. I'm just kind of rambling here. This kielbasa is the bomb. But, I'm just kind of putting my truth out there. My opinions out there. There's not many people who believe what I believe. And I'm cool with that. And I never try to swear anybody. And I'm open to, not really like a debate, but if you want to just talk to me, give me your opinions, I'll gladly listen, and I'll give you my opinions, and we can just have conversations together. I'm all about having conversations and just coming together, whether we have differences or not in opinion. It's all good to fellowship and stuff, even if you don't believe the same thing. I'm definitely not a scholar when it comes to religious text or any kind of text, but I do like to have discussions about that stuff. That's how we come together as a people. Sometimes you gotta have these discussions, open discussions, hard conversations. It might be hard for some, but damn, I've been doing this for about 20-something minutes. This is a record. The cool thing about my wife is she's more of a spiritual person too, so she's seen me through this whole journey. We used to hold hands and pray before eating meals and stuff like that. And I do miss that. That's kind of cool, but I'm kind of like, what's the point now if I don't believe, I don't disrespect them when it comes to dinner time and Thanksgiving and stuff. They hold hands and pray. I hold hands too, and I bow my head and stuff. I'm very respectful in that sense. Sorry. Get kind of messy. But, I don't know. Nobody really knows until you die. And I don't want to die anytime soon. What's that old saying? Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Alright, big bite. So if you stuck by this long, bless you and bless your heart. If you haven't, it's all good too. Just wanted to make a video. Randomly ranting and raving. Not really ranting and raving, but random ramblings, I should say. Oh yeah. But I'm open to any kind of suggestions, discussion, or whatever. If you want to tell me your beliefs, it's cool. I always like to have discussion and stuff. Tell me what you believe. That's just a little tip of the iceberg of what I believe. I didn't have like an outline. I just wanted to just speak straight up off the dome. So you guys take it easy. Peace.